Hola, how are you? Listen, today we're gonna cook some ribs. And I'm not a pro, I am a novice and I'm learning. But the reason why I wanna do this is because there's so many people out there that just don't want to try. They're so afraid of trying. And guys, girls, we can cook, we can all cook, we just gotta try, all right? So first thing is, I got myself a nice rack, a twofer from BJ's. Low back ribs. Oh, delicious. They're gonna be so good. Oh my God, I'm gonna love them. All right, let's open them up. First, we open up our package. All right. Very important, cleanliness is key. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the membrane off the back, and we're gonna take the membrane off the back first, and then we're gonna give them a nice wash. So, we stick a butter knife in between this area of the bone and the skin, and we start pulling. Okay, I'm doing this with my bare hands. Normally, I'd make sure I have a napkin, and we take it. I would take it from the center. Some people take it from the end, but I like to take it from the center. If the ribs are nice and defrosted, it should come off very easily. Nobody wants to chew on a piece of membrane after these ribs are done. All right, yuck. I would not enjoy it. And I wouldn't want anybody else in my family or anybody that I'm serving this to have a piece of this. Look at it. Disgusting. All right, let's get it off. All right, that's one. So, like I said before, cleanliness is key, all right? Especially when you're dealing with pork and chicken. Don't touch anything until you wash your hands, okay? I'll put this on the side here and off to the sink. Wash. Of course, I'm gonna be touching bottles and condiments and everything. So I wanna make sure my hands are clean. Wash my hands. I wash my hands. My hands are clean. Now we can get back to work. All right, we're gonna pack these off because we don't want any excess moisture on these ribs. All right, wash my hands again. Very important, cleanliness is next to godliness, and we all wanna be closer to God. All right, the ribs have been patted down, and we're gonna start seasoning them. For today's seasoning, I'm just using a basic store-bought seasoning. It's a Carolina rub. It's supposed to be sweet and savory. And a lot of people do their own seasonings. A lot of people do their own mixes and everything else. I'm just keeping it simple. Go to the supermarket. Find a rub that goes on pork. And then you season your ribs. All right? So we're going to use that. I'm going to use a binder of oil. It's basically a little olive oil infused with garlic. And we're gonna just drizzle it on top, and we're gonna rub it on, so that when we season them, the actual seasoning adheres to the meat. See, this is a no-no. I'm gonna grab this after I've touched the raw meat, but I'm also gonna remember to wash the bottle, or not wash it, but wipe it down. Okay, not as important, but just a preference of mine. I like to season the ribs back first. And the reason why I like to season them back first is that so that when I flip them over, okay, the main portion of the rib that gets the seasoning should be the top. Now, if I season the top first, I'm gonna flip them over to season the back, and I'm gonna lose seasoning there. So that's why I like to season them back first, okay? All right, guess what I'm gonna do? Wash my hands. Mis manos están limpias. All right. Seasoning. Be very careful when you use the seasoning, though. I didn't talk about this. Some of these pre-seasoned or store-bought seasonings have a lot of salt. All right, so just be careful if you season it and then you add salt. It might be a little too salty. I'm gonna use this store-bought seasoning. I'm not putting any more salt. I may put a little ground black pepper, but no more salt. Okay, I don't like a lot of salt. I'm getting older, high blood pressure. My wife says I get very aggressive when I eat a lot of salt. So no salt for me, okay? All right, let's go with the seasoning. Don't be afraid. Oh, now we're talking. Give it this nice color. Season the top here. Season as much as you can. Don't be afraid, because these are not sitting. These are going straight onto the grill today. It looks like a lot, but it really isn't. So you don't have to. I'm gonna pat it in because I want to do it quickly. And we're ready for the other side. Okay. Ooh, this got a nice color to it. You know what? I'm all into color. I'm all into eating with my eyes. So you know what I want? I'm gonna grab a little more seasoning. Just give it a little red hue. Oh, I love paprika. Oh, sí, me gusta mucho. All right. All right, let's go. Let's get a little color, a little more color on these. All right, the important side with the meat is, and we all like to eat where the meat is, right? We all like the carne. Look at the color on these bad boys. Okay, we're gonna let these sit for a second. I'm gonna warm up the grill. It takes about 15 minutes. That's all they're gonna be out here. They're gonna be 15 minutes. Fire up the grill. The grill is gonna be about. I'm gonna try to keep the temp at from in between 225 and 250, and let's see how it goes after that. All right. Any chance? I'm just letting you know. Any chance I get to keep my grill clean, or my grill my grill thingy clean, I'll take it. All right, so I'll lay this on top. It keeps the grate clean, and it makes for so much easier cleanup afterwards. This is my Traeger grill. We're gonna spark it up to 250, get it nice and warm inside, and then we're gonna put those bad boys in. All right. See you in a few. All right, the grill is ready to go. It's staying steady at a 250, and it's looking like it's time to get these ribs on. I just want you to take note, all right? Remember when I put the rub on, how bright it was and how bright red? You see how the meat just soaked in all that flavor. All right, let's get these bad boys on, and after we do that, I'm gonna introduce you to a special friend of mine. Come on, scrunch them up together, okay? And no segundo, right? The way you lay them on is the way they're gonna cook, okay? Try not to let them touch because the meat sweats, okay? You want them all to get that smoky flavor, all right? I'm not gonna touch these. I'm not gonna do anything to these. I'm gonna let them take in all that smoke and all that heat for a good 2 hours before I even look at them. Stay right there. I'm gonna introduce you to somebody. Oh, this is my grandson. Oh, who's your good boy? Who's your good boy? Yes. Who's your good boy? Who's your good boy? Yes. Yes. This is my grandson. Who I can't have him out when I'm cooking, cause he likes to jump on everybody. Who's your good boy? Who's your good boy? Okay. This is my grandson. He's supposed to not be my dog, but I'm the one that's home all day with him. No, we're not gonna play right now. No, we're not gonna play. All right. All right, I'll see you later. Remember, about 2 hours, we're gonna check on these bad boys, okay? Okay, welcome back. All right, so what have we done so far? We cleaned the ribs. We skinned them from behind. We seasoned them up real nice. We put a nice dry rub on them, and we got them at the rig We've got them on the grill for the last 2 hours to 3 hours. All right, we checked them just now. They're cooking along. They're moving along nicely, and soon we're about to wrap. So these are going to be the finishing touches for this point. We got a little brown sugar here. We're going to use a little honey and some butter, and we're going to lay it out and then I'll show you what we're gonna do. Okay, let's start this then. Want to level it again with the same seasoning that we used to start the ribs. All right, guys, this is the first time we're going to take a look at these ribs since we started cooking. They've been officially going now for 2 hours and 45 minutes, okay? Let's take a look what we got here. Ooh, nice. You notice the layer of flavor there? A little bark, all right? And if you can tell, on the bottom of the bones, they're beginning to pull back from the meat. We're only removing one rack right now. See how sturdy the meat is? After we wrap them and we put them back in for about another 45 minutes, they're gonna be so flexible. And that's how you know that they're ready to be torn into. I would say eat, but we don't eat around here. We're like savages to the meat. Okay, here we go. We got 2 layers of foil. The reason why I use 2 layers of foil is because when we wrap them up, we want to wrap them up nice and tightly, and we want to make sure that the foil doesn't rip, okay? Because we want all that flavor locked in inside, okay? Nice pull back on the ribs. That means that they're pretty much tender. So, we wrapped them, and we're ready to sauce them up. A little store-bought barbecue sauce. I like to put it on warm, so make sure it's at least room temperature when you put them on. Another thing is that yes, we can make a barbecue sauce. Yes, I can make my own rub. Yes, I can do all those things. But this is just a beginner's video. This is the first video we're putting out there. It's the first time we do this, so we're just trying to be simple with everything. All right. All we want to do is eat. All right. All right, let's open up here. Let's see what we got. First, let's check the flexibility of the ribs. Okay, remember, I told you before, you know when they're done, when they're nice and flexible. Oh, mama. Ay, mama. Look at this. Okay? All right, take notice. You see how the meat is pulling back from the ribs? All right? That means they're nice, juicy, and tender. Okay? All right, we're just gonna put one layer. Just gonna put one quick layer. And most of that sauce that we're putting on the bottom is gonna blend in with all the juices from the rub, okay? Now, we have to be very careful. Now, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna use the same aluminum foil as a bolt to keep everything together, so that we can sauce these up and we don't have to take them out and put them back on. All right, now we use a nice amount of sauce here. All right. Okay, now let's flip. Switch sides. Pull this one out. Create a little boat. There we go. 15 minutes, we're eating, baby. Now, I don't know if these are competition style ribs. All I know is that they're gonna be eatable or edible. Edible. Edible is the right way to say it, right? Yes, it is. All right, and I would recommend that people use gloves for this. I'm hard-headed, and I got hot hands. Ouch, ouch. They're not that hot. Okay, we got them in the house. They look good. They're ready to cut. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw a little sauce on the tray here, so that when I lay the rib down, it doesn't lose any of the sauce that's on it. Okay, that looks good. for our cuts. We're gonna go right alongside the bone. Look at that. Nice. Nice. Now, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something out there in YouTube, bro. Doesn't that look like you want to bite into it? Holy cow. Very nice. That is spot on. Spot on. Juicy, not dry, tender, and I'm gonna show you something. Not fighting the bone. Look at that. Pulls right off. I think we hit it here. All right, I'm gonna cut the rest up and then we're gonna get to eating. Then I'll say my goodbyes. Okay, so you saw it. It took a little while for us to cook. It was a good time. I was here with my goddaughter. I had a wonderful time with her. This is the finished product. And I tasted a little bit, but I want to taste one right now. Okay? Oh, come on. Come on, this is unreal. All right, simple, and it's going to be delicious. I don't want to talk, but all right. I want you to notice how it came off the bone, but the texture was just good enough that you could still bite into it. It was very good. It was nice spending time with you. If you like what you saw here, there'll be more coming. Press like, hit subscribe, and you'll get notifications when I put stuff up. It's all gonna be about family, food, drinking, and smoking. Smoking cigars. Just one thing that's really important and dear to my heart. Support your police. They need you, and they're the ones that protect us and keep us safe. See you on the next one.